We are in the Culture and Sports Centre in Krumbach tonight. Over 500 people in attendance as Pro Wrestling Austria brings to you Chapter 10.
Auf dem Weg zum Ring mit einem Kopfgewicht von 114 Kilogramm aus Iowa, USA. He is the boss of the plains. He is the Combat Cowboy. He is one called Manders.
A hero's welcome here for one called Manders, who just a few weeks ago won WXW's 16-karat gold tournament.
Ich rufe seinen Gegner. Sie repräsentieren Team Amboss in Begleitung von Icarus aus Dresden, Deutschland. Kampfgewicht 85 Kilogramm. Laurance Roman!
Speaking of guys who've won that 16-karat gold tournament, Laurance Roman won it last year. Obviously a part of Amboss, accompanied by Icarus here tonight, but all has not been well in this group. In the recent past, we saw at the end of Chapter 9 a real disagreement between these teammates. Icarus is going to be in action later on tonight, part of the four-way match for the tag team titles here in Pro Wrestling Austria. He's going to be teaming with Robert Dreisker, the other member of this group. But a sign of unity may be to have Icarus out in the corner of Laurance Roman. Hell of a night ahead of us here in Krumbach, including our main event, the Pro Wrestling Austria Openweight title going to be defended. Martn Payne against the Austrian Wolverine, Chris Colen. As I said, a four-way tag team title match on the way as well. We're going to crown the first ever Pro Wrestling Austria 9 states champion in a four-way ladder match coming up in just a little while. And as well as that, a 6-team battle royal, the Call Your Shot Battle Royal, winners of which will get a shot at a time and place of their choosing for the Pro Wrestling Austria tag team titles. But right now, one called Manders and Laurance Roman. From two different sides of the Atlantic. Two men, though, who've got to know each other pretty well, thanks to their battles over in Germany and now here in Austria as well. Manders, that huge frame of his, former American football player for the University of Iowa, after which he transitioned to pro wrestling, trained at the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy by none other than WWE's Seth Rollins. Roman with a little slap to the leg there of Manders. Manders a joke, but I think Manders not like him being the butt of the joke. Roman had a very cocky smirk on his face as he did that. Wasn't quite so cocky as Manders pursued him across the ring. Referee Rainer Ringer insisting that Roman get back fully into the ring and resume the match. Icarus continuing to look on at ringside here as Roman gets a rear waist lock on Manders. And the size of Manders, though, very, very difficult to maneuver. And here's a demonstration of the power of the Corn Belt Cowboy. Roman regrouping, back to his feet. Icarus continuing to offer that verbal support at ringside. I think that's annoying Manders slightly. Manders knows he needs to have eyes in the back of his head here. Amboss seeking to prove to the world here tonight that they are very much back on the same page as a group. Shoulder block. Either man goes down. Roman. Slap on the backside there from Manders before he went to the ropes, tried for another shoulder block, and now Manders is the one having fun at the expense of Laurance Roman. Again, Manders doesn't go down off of the shoulder block. Roman's inviting Manders to have a go at the shoulder block himself, and I'm not sure that's the smartest idea if you're Laurance Roman. Manders will take the run up, and maybe it was smart because Roman lured him in, gets that kick to the midsection. But the shoulder block that time from Manders, and Roman all the way to the outside. Icarus looking to console Roman. Manders wants him back in the ring immediately. Icarus advising otherwise, telling Roman to make the most of that count. Manders, you can hear the colourful language there as he's taunting Roman. There are some chicken noises being made by the Pro Wrestling Austria fans here. Roman, often somewhat humorless, not taking kindly to those taunts from the fans. On the apron, but didn't get fully back into the ring, which means that the count's not going to be restored from 0. He'll count to 7. Roman trying to get back in. Manders, as soon as he had one foot in the ring there, Roman, Manders charging at him like a bull. Having got a foot in there, that time the referee will restart the count. Manders following him out, chasing him around. Manders not wanting to wait any longer. Roman in the double axe handle as Manders slid in under the bottom rope. What a tour of Europe it's been for one called Manders. Again, winning that prestigious tournament, the most prestigious wrestling tournament in all of Europe, surely. 16 karat gold, and that was just 3 weeks ago. Roman with some chops to the chest. It's another decision he's going to live to regret as Manders fires back. A chop of his own. Stop the heart there of Laurance Roman. And Manders with another chop. Manders is a long way from home, a long way from the Great Plains of America, but has support wherever he goes. Roman from much closer, Dresden in Germany. One of those chops from Manders. Manders just taunting Roman here. Line it up. Maybe took too long getting ready for the chop. Now Roman with the right hands in the corner. Manders just absorbing those strikes from Roman. Roman took a run up for the chop, going to take another run up here, all the way across the ring that time. I think he has to take the run up just to get the kind of power that Manders has. And speaking of that power, Manders was trying for the body slam. It was a rake to the eyes from Roman to get him out of trouble there. Here comes Laurance Roman. A low drop kick right to the mid-back of Manders. And the boss of the Plains going all the way down to the floor. Icarus is thinking about it here. The referee's back is turned. Icarus thinking about a cheap shot. I think Roman is a little frustrated there that Icarus didn't seize that moment. Icarus seemed to hesitate. Had second thoughts about whether he was going to strike Manders. I think he would have got away with it too. Referee was very much distracted by Roman. An attempt there from Roman, and Manders kicking out at 2. Now Manders once more with the heavy artillery, the chops and the strikes. Manders went for a right hand there. Roman dropped down. It's only a temporary reprieve for Roman. A boot to the chest. Manders, those horns up, but by the time he returned to Roman, Roman was ready for him. Dropped that top rope. The referee's going to count out Manders, and Roman and Icarus again having words, presumably about that exchange, that inaction from Icarus moments ago. So much for the show of unity here. Some cracks again, showing in the solidarity of Amboss. Manders up to his feet, he's going to beat the count. He's straight back on top of him. By the way, we would love to know what you think of these interactions here between the different members of Amboss, as well as your predictions for who's going to win all of the matches here tonight, including that flurry of championship matches. Remember, you can join the conversation on social media. Our handle is @ProWrestlingAT on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube. With a quick suplex there. Now Roman going for the pin. Left shoulder popping up for Manders. Roman giving an Amboss battle cry there, but I do think as well it's kind of interesting that Dreisker isn't out here, a little bit conspicuous by his absence. Here comes Roman. Double axe handle went right to the back of the neck there of Manders. Manders having to grit his teeth through the pain. Roman turns him over, hooks the left leg for another two. Roman's had a lot of success besides the tournament win we talked about earlier. Former WXW Unified World Wrestling Champion, he's been a shotgun champion, a tag team champion there as well. He's been a tag team champion in HCW over in Hungary, including one of those 2 times he held those titles was with Icarus. Oh, look at that, Manders dropping Roman across the top rope. And Manders firing up here, the crowd supporting him. Manders blocking every shot that Roman's taking at him here. Here comes Manders, lining up. He's trying to get some momentum going there. Roman cut him off, but Manders straight back on it here. Manders firing him up. There's the elbow. A little bit of Dusty Rhodes influence there on one called Manders. Manders from that 3-point stance. Big clothesline in the corner. Now Manders scooping up Roman. Big power slam from Manders. Manders sits down on top. Roman kicked out anyway. That's an impressive kick out from that position. Roman, though, continuing to be in significant trouble here against Manders. What's Manders doing? Manders joining Roman up atop the turnbuckles here. Body shots from Roman to try and release himself. Ultimately that was successful. Now Roman's up on the top. Tried for the double axe handle again. This time from the top. Manders caught him though. Could be big trouble here for Laurance Roman. Manders to the ropes, looking for the lariat, instead the discus elbow, and the step up enziguri from Laurance Roman. Roman able to drop Manders on his front. Laurance Roman with the pin on Manders, whose right shoulder just comes up off the canvas in time, keeps Manders in this contest.
It's okay, you still got this. You still got this.
You hear that from Icarus, shouting at Roman, you've still got this. Roman's shoving Icarus out of the way. What's Roman planning here? He's making a beeline towards the corner, towards the production area. He grabbed a steel chair. Now what is this from Roman? If Roman uses that chair, he's going to be disqualified. Icarus is trying to talk some sense into Roman. Icarus just snatching that chair from Roman. Roman pointing his finger right in the face of Icarus. More trouble here between those two Amboss members. Oh, the lariat! The lariat from Manders! Roman had taken his eye off the ball, and one called Manders in a heartbeat defeats Laurance Roman.
Ist der Sieger in unserem Opening Contest durch Pinfall. One called Manders.
And all it took was a moment's distraction. Icarus was trying to help Roman, trying to talk sense into him by taking that steel chair off of him. But that disagreement between Roman and Icarus was enough for Manders to fire up the lariat. Look at these two, Roman and Icarus, continuing to bicker. On a night where Amboss wanted to show that they were very much as one, this is the worst possible start.
10 als Sieger. Unser Gaststar aus den USA. One called Manders.
The boss of the plains wins here in Pro Wrestling Austria, and he does it the cowboy way.